So I've got Amanda Holbrook here. She's with Specialized Trust, and she is all about structuring your money so that you get to keep as much as possible, and then showing you how to invest it with operators so that you can maximize your return on investment and hopefully have a fat bank account by the time you hit retirement and be able to really live the life that you want to live and not have to live it by a budget. So Amanda, tell us a little bit about you and what your background is.
Sure. Well, thank you for the warm introduction. Always hugs over the, Zoom StreamYard. But yeah, so hey, everybody, thanks for tuning in. Amanda Holbrook, Specialized Trust Company is the name of our firm. So I've been doing self-directed IRAs for 14 years now, not to age myself. But yeah, and 6 of that was on the investment side. So I managed turnkey rental portfolios. So you kind of know I'm not just coming from the financial piece of it. I've actually had the hands-on investment experience. And the lovely thing about our team is we like to call ourselves more gurus versus gurus.
I love it.
Meaning we drink our own Kool-Aid, however you want to put that. But yeah, that's a little bit about my background. I am very blessed to be able to meet folks just like you guys, because we met at an event, right, Chris?
Right.
And be able to help you not only keep more money in your pocket and less than Uncle Sam's, but also how to take control and invest in what you know. Because you painted that picture perfectly. I mean, buy, hold, hope, and pray have no room in your financial strategy. Like, just kick that to the curb right now.
Definitely. So, I mean, here's the deal with me. I grew up in an entrepreneurial family. I never was in a W-2 job to where I was passing my money off for retirement. And I got the flip side of it. I didn't build any retirement. My money just got dumped right back into my businesses, which is kind of a retirement, but not really as diversified as I would want it to be. So when I was at an event, you had spoke about what you guys offer, the company, what y'all offer. And I was really, my eyes were open to the possibilities of, I don't have to push it through a financial advisor that's going to invest it into the stock market and through a 401k or whatever that setup would be, and then hope for 5 or 6% return. And especially with inflation today, as high as it is, 5 and 6% return, you're not even making money. You're still losing money because of inflation. So guide us from the very beginning of someone that knows absolutely nothing about IRAs, 401ks, any type of retirement plan, and give us a basic structure for a W-2 employee. Sure. And then also give us a basic structure for an entrepreneur. And then we might dive a little more deeper on the entrepreneur side.
Sure. So I'll start very high level right with that. Pretty much we have 2 categories of clients. You are either in W-2 world and you have a quote unquote side hustle LLC, additional revenue streams, if 2020 taught us anything, right? And a lot of times the goals when I dig in with those clients is I want to cut those W-2 strings.
Right.
And the other part of that is a full-time entrepreneur, which to your point, I hear it so much. You dump your money back into your business, but there's a way to be a bit more intentional about that as far as like what buckets you put in. That's not a professional financial term, by the way. What buckets you put your money in, to keep more money in your pocket and less than Uncle Sam's. So those are what you just painted, like our profile clients. So I want to make sure everyone that's listening here, like you don't have to have 6 to 7 figures ready to go to be able to use these tools. I mean, these are tools that like my 5-year-old uses. How old's your little girl now?
She's 17 months.
17 months. And she is the proud owner of a Roth IRA.
That's right. All because I got in front of the right information that you were speaking at one of these events. So started her early.
Yes. And I mean, guys, if you have a child in your life, whether it's your own or a niece or nephew or grand, play with a compounding interest calculator when you can't go to sleep and look at what that is tax-free over 50 years. It's like, they're millionaires. Yep. And if you want to put a gold star in your parent or aunt of the year chart, like do that. Okay. So I'm getting sidetracked. So we did entrepreneur W-2 with side hustle. Okay. Guys, you literally have 2 categories of accounts, right? You have personal accounts and business accounts. A personal account, when you hear IRA, it's an individual retirement account. To have an IRA, you have a heartbeat, earned income, a social security number. Everyone can have an Roth IRA.
Love
okay.
it.
All right. Now you can put 6 to 7K a year in, which is great. And if it's tax deferred, it helps you move the tax needle a little bit. Okay. As far as savings. But if you're a business owner, is that really going to move the tax needle for you?
No.
Okay. Now, if I gave you a tool like a Roth Solo K that will give you $61,000 to $67,000 a year, now we're talking turkey.
And yeah.
Right? That's exactly it. So now that we know like those two categories, you pick what works for you. If you're in W-2 world and you don't have a side hustle, you're in the personal side. If you do have a side hustle and you participate in an employer's 401k, and this is one you get all the time, Chris, you can have both.
Yeah.
You can have your own company because the tax code's not written for the W-2 earner. It is for the entrepreneur.
Definitely.
That's for sure. So the quicker you can get a side hustle going, I always joke, I'm like, go sell some candles or some jewelry or something. Get some side income coming in. So you can have those deductions.
I think that's super important what you just said, though, because the tax code really is made for those business owners, just like it is for real estate owners. I mean, the W-2 just gets cut out and shafted when it comes to the tax advantages. So like you said, you could go on to Amazon, purchase the protein bars and resell them, and boom, you've got a side hustle. And that side hustle is going to, she's so busy.
Sorry. I thought I muted everything. I'm sorry. And we're past tax deadline. So apologies, y'all.
But I think that's super important that you're able to grab a business on a side hustle. And it doesn't have to be a massive business earning 6 figures plus. It could just be a very small side hustle so that you can capitalize on those business owner tax advantage benefits.
Correct.
Yeah.
I mean, we live in a country where it is so easy for you to create a business. Like I find some that are just new, especially like those 20 somethings that like they have that entrepreneurial itch, but they're not quite sure. There's so many opportunities that are on the table. It's just silly. The one thing that gets in your way, it's usually you.
Right.
Sadly, but it is. Just put yourself in the right room and around those like-minded individuals and you'll see the success.
Right.
I can go on here, but the very high level of it all, I want to touch on two things. So since we're more in concept here, the strategy is this. And if anybody else makes this more complicated, like run the other way.
We love simple. Good deal.
So how do you earn it? How do you keep it? How do you grow it? How do you protect it? That's it. Those are your 4 pillars.
Earn it, keep it, grow it, protect it.
Yes, that's it. So like if you're looking at me, my pom-poms say team keep it. All right. I'm team keep it. All right. Chris's pom-poms. You can tell I'm your wife's. But his business, how do you grow it? All right.
Love it.
It's putting together your team to make these tools that we're going to talk about work. That's it. So touching on that. So I'm talking retirement accounts, guys. Yes, I live in retirement account land. So if you have a Roth IRA, traditional IRA, old 401k, 403b, TSP, 457b, these are all different types of retirement plans, whether they're old employer, current employer, or you set them up for yourself. Okay. You can self-direct all of these. And what that means, and I have to touch on this, Chris, because I hear this week after week, and it drives me nuts. Well, Amanda, I logged into my ABC Bank account and it says self-directed right here on the screen. Can I do real estate in that account? No. I'm going to say no. You take them a purchase agreement or a private placement, it doesn't work. It is literally you pick your stocks, bonds, mutual funds yourself. You need a team like ours here at Specialized that allow you to invest outside of that little sandbox of toys they just give you. It will give you the whole playground to play on. So if you want to do real estate, notes, private placements, commercial, etc.,